This week's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/DJ Force X. There are over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. This episode of the DJ Force X podcast is proudly sponsored by Fixed. Fixed is a fan and artist-friendly independent record label that specializes in hybrid electronic rock. It's home to the likes of Celduella, Blue Starly, I Will Never Be the Same, Richie Nix, The Algorithm, Voicians, CD Akira, and a whole bunch more. Check out their latest label sampler for just $1 at their official store, fixedstore.com. That's FIXT store.com. Save 10% off your first order by using my coupon code FORCEX. That's FORCEX. They have loads of shirts, hoodies, stickers, posters, and many other accessories for all their artists, and this is available worldwide with fantastic international shipping rates to go with that. So head over to fixedstore.com and check them out. And don't forget, use my coupon code FORCEX. Hello and welcome to the DJ Force X podcast, episode 56. I am joined by Brock from the band Double Experience. They have just released a new album called Unsaved Progress. If you love your new rock and you love your gaming, this is the perfect band for you. They kind of like a neo-nerdy rock band, and it's fantastic. If you really dig like gaming and stuff like that, you'll find references ahoy in this music. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to just play into the interview. So this is Brock from Double Experience. Enjoy. I would like to welcome to my show this week Brock. He is from the band Double Experience. Welcome, Brock.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, not a problem. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Cool.
Yeah, everything's good over here.
Cool. So, Double Experience, you're a band out of Canada.
Yep.
And you've just released a new album called Unsaved Progress.
That's right.
And you sort of tag yourself as neo-nerdy rock.
That's right.
Would that be... Yeah, okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I've listened to your music. I can see where that comes from, so that's all good. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Could we get some background on the band? Because I know you've been going for a while, and you seem to have done quite a lot for an independent band. So if you could just sort of give us a bit of the origin story, if you will.
For sure. Cool. Well, me and the singer used to play in different bands in the province of Ontario. And when the various band members of our bands decided music wasn't for them anymore, Ian and I just kind of joined forces. And our drummer, Dav, we sort of met by accident. He actually lives in Wales, whereas Ian and I live in Canada. Mm-hmm. And our drummer at the time couldn't make the tour, so our booking agent asked all around, and we managed to get teamed up with Dav. And ever since then, we kind of agreed that he should become a permanent member, and we've just been. And that was in 2014.
Okay.
So for 2 years now, we've had Dav, and yeah, so altogether we've been playing music for about 2 years.
Cool.
But Ian and I have been playing music together since 2011.
Nice. And you've done quite a lot in that time. You've actually toured you toured the world.
Yeah, well,
played shows in a lot of places. So.
Just about. We the current statistics are about 500 shows across 16 countries, which we're very proud of.
Yeah, that's amazing, especially for like an independent, DIY band, if you will.
Yes,
because I know you do a lot of the legwork yourselves. From my research that I've done.
Yes. Yeah. Well, our logic is no one else is going to help us unless we prove that we are just as hard workers as we hope they would be. So a lot of that is just us trying to be the best band we can be, kind of under the radar. Yeah. And then eventually we're going to kind of, start bringing in more people and basically prove that we're everything's working without them. So imagine what can happen when we have them.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, that's like my background myself, I was very DIY within the music industry, through like the music I released and all that kind of stuff. And it is, no, I applaud that, because there are not many bands that kind of work that stuff out, like yourselves, where you kind of, it's trial and error in a lot of cases.
Oh, yes. Even in our case, lots and lots of error, but there's so much available for free, whether it's the data you get from your social media, or, you know, how you can write songs on your phones nowadays, or at least record them. So really, the only thing that's stopping most bands from doing it is just getting it done, right? It's, I mean, other than the fact you're running out of enough time in the day to do all the activities that bands have to do themselves, it's all open season for any band who wants to do it. So
yeah. So what would be your the one piece of advice that you found the most useful so far in your career, musical career, but to pass that on to someone else? What would that be?
I would say that you should, if you expect anything out of music, you expect too much. You know, if you love playing music, then the rest is just going to come easy. I like playing with Ian and I like playing with Dav, and we all just still enjoy the musical aspect of it, even though it's only an hour or so out of our daily routine. But it's just that's all we've ever really needed. And as all the days have gone by, we've always been able to look back to that as the reason why we do it, and just keep working hard at it, because as soon as we stop working towards it, then it's just gonna, it's, if we can't put the effort in, then who will?
Yeah, exactly. So where do you find that balance between, obviously being a DIY band, not everything kind of pays for itself?
Yes.
In that respect, every band will know this feeling.
Yeah.
How do you juggle, like, having, because obviously you've had 500 shows in over 16 countries,
yes,
which is an amazing statistic in that 2-year span as well.
Right.
How do you balance that with work and the band, like earning your money to pay for, daily things?
I guess we, because we can't get paid to play video games professionally, the only thing us three are good at is really playing music. So we'll play covers, we'll teach lessons. We just really tried to endeavor to make sure that music is the thing that's putting bread on our table. And it's not really feast or famine. It's kind of like eating fast food every day. It's it's consistent. It's not, like gourmet meals, but with like I was mentioning earlier, the ease of the tools that are available for bands now, it's all just about putting in that upfront effort to then have music be the thing. Because as soon as you start trying to work at a donut shop or something, it just starts, you're one member down, you have to now organize time around that time you don't have.
Yeah.
So us three just kind of had to agree that if we're doing music, we have to make it work as a living. There is no alternative in our mind. And when we have that approach, it kind of prioritizes everything a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's really good. That's like keeping it, within the realms of the music world, and having that be your source of money as well as, your passion as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we're prepared to live and die by our music, then we might as well just do music all the time to, I guess, improve your chances of living as opposed to dying by it.
Yeah, definitely. So the album, Unsaved Progress,
yes,
is out now. It's on Colfax Rock.
Yes.
Is that your own label?
It is.
It is. Okay, cool. So tell me about that. We'll start on the label first. Was that just primarily set up to release your work, or is it just trying to have that other avenue within music?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Maybe one day if someone would be interested in utilizing the skill set that the band has learned over this time for us to put out their record or help them do what we do, then yeah, sure. The infrastructure is there, but it really is kind of, we found that people weren't taking us seriously when we had the word unsigned in brackets beside our name. So we just basically invented the label. So they would be like, oh, someone signed them, even though they didn't do the extra research like you've done to find out that it's just our own label. So
yeah,
it's really strange how just that can make all the difference for someone's first impression and whether your band is unsigned or signed, even though in 2016 that basically means nothing.
Yeah. I was going to say these days that means nothing because it is it's so easy to release music via the big platforms. You don't have to worry about shelf space. You don't have to worry about in-store press or anything like that
yeah,
we used to worry about back in the day. Like you have to buy magazine ads in order to get a feature bay in a record store or anything like that. And now it's like you're on an equal sort of playing field with everyone.
Yeah.
And it's just about how you promote yourself. And that's where the key is these days. I think it's just that viral attention that people crave. But then there is old-fashioned press where, that kind of guerrilla press where you go out, give people flyers, CDs, links, whatever.
Yeah, and I think all of it can be used and can help bands, and it just comes back to that thing of if you have so many hours in a day, it's all about prioritizing. Do you want to spend today handing out flyers or hitting press, or do you want to write a better song that does the press for you?
Yeah, definitely. So on to the album now.
Yes.
It's a great album. I love listening to it. I've been streaming it since I basically got set up with you guys. And it's great. I've got a couple of tracks. I love AAA.
Yes.
Impasse, sorry. And Death of Lucidity.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
So I love those. I mean, there are other tracks on there. I think The Glimmer Shot was one of the other ones as well I really liked off the top of my head. And yeah, no, some great songs on there. And I can hear in your lyrics that kind of like gaming, the nerd part of it, the geek part of it. And it's just great. I mean, I've passed it on to a couple of my friends as well who are into like gaming who hadn't heard of you. So
we really appreciate that, man. It's just what it's all about, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they love it. And it's really infectious. It's really catchy. It's kind of, I don't really like to slap bands on people, but it's kind of got like a Coheed and Cambria and kind of a Fall Out Boy sound.
Well, Coheed's one of my favorite bands, and I know Fall Out Boy is one of Ian's favorite bands. So the fact that you've picked up on that is kind of amazing, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. It just has that sound. I was like, when I was listening to it, I said it's quite similar to, but it's not exactly that, but it's kind of like what I could, without like genre, because you've got your own like genre you've kind of got with that.
Right.
To give the people here listening who haven't heard you yet
an idea
of it, and I think that's obviously you said it was a good comparison, so I'm going to go with that. Yes. So, tell me the story behind the album. Is each song its own entity, or is there like a general kind of like story running through the album?
I think so. I mean, if Ian and I write the lyrics, and if you gave me 4 hours to talk about it, I probably could, but I think the long and short of it is, every song was kind of representative of our band turning from a 4-piece to a 3-piece. And then obviously if a song wasn't about sort of that human element to it, it was just our favorite things like video games or time travel or just anything that is genuinely what we think about and talk about amongst each other when we're not talking about business. So
yeah, cool. I mean, like I say, it's a great album. I encourage anyone to listen to it, and if they listen to my show, they'll hear a track on it as well. So, but yeah, no, definitely check it out. So with your passion for gaming, which is kind of throughout this album as well. So what I'm a gamer myself. So what sort of games are you playing at the moment?
Well, I mean, other than the fact that Destiny kind of took over our life. We still have the original Diablo and Diablo 2 installed in our computers, and we'll play that from time to time.
Nice.
I mean, it is hard to find the time to bring video games on tour, because I find all the best games are tied to a console, and the handheld stuff is more like a distraction than like a true game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in having a robust tour schedule, we've had to kind of sacrifice and missing out on some of the newer games that have come out. And so all I can really remember from like vivid gaming memories, other than things like Destiny, is growing up playing Donkey Kong and Chrono Trigger and games on the Super Nintendo.
Nice. Yeah. No, I've just forked out money for the new Destiny DLC, so I'm waiting for that to drop. So
is that why you're taking work off tomorrow? Because that's why.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to be probably hitting that all day. So it's I love that game. I wasn't quite sure to start with about it, because I was like, I was kind of used to like Titanfall and that kind of like fast paced. What didn't really have the RPG element in those games, whereas this one does, and I kind of got sucked into it, and I've just kind of continued. I found it better when I was playing with friends.
Yes,
because there wasn't at the time. There wasn't really a first person, like a a player one mode to it, or story mode. It was kind of loosely tagged together in a bunch of missions, but no story. But obviously, as the DLC has gone on, it's gotten better. So I'm hoping with this Rise of Iron DLC, it's kind of going to be another good few hours distraction.
Oh, yes. So. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. I agree with every sentiment about that. There's just something about the game that keeps bringing you back. And Ian and I are pretty much addicted to it. Yeah,
it's funny because I played the Division, but I went back to Destiny. And I played like GTA, and I go back to Destiny. You know,
it is funny because when I got my PlayStation 4, I was looking forward to the Division the most, and then the more I played Destiny and the more I heard of the Division when it finally arrived, I just couldn't even muster up the willpower to even give it a try. Like, I just, in my mind, I'd already written it off. So right there with you too.
Nice. So what are your plans ahead for the band? Obviously, you've got a tour coming up imminently.
Yeah.
Is there anything, obviously we'll talk about that, but is there anything after that as well?
I think we're just we've got a few options that I think the band is discussing internally about kind of what's the next move. We don't want to go to too many of the same places. We can't just decide to go to Japan. Like, again, like touring it is more than just, sort of throwing darts at a map and then going to it. Like, it obviously involves a lot of visas and applications and, again, like stuff that takes man hours. So we're just trying to debate whether we, maybe release some newer music and that kind of ties in with the album. Do we do a victory lap of the touring circuit that we've established? We're just trying to really make sure the next move is the right one for us.
Okay, cool. So I've got a couple of questions left. I normally ask a couple of questions at the end that kind of like I ask everyone that I interview, but I've added one for you as well, a different one.
Perfect.
So because of the gaming thing, I'm going to start with that one. What are your top 5 games, if you can name them?
Okay, well, I am going to put Donkey Kong Country because that was like the first game I actually remember playing.
Yeah, that's a great game.
I am going to put Call of Duty because though it's not the same game that it was, like I can remember most of my high school days, I would like skip class, go to my friend's basement. We'd have the LAN party kind of thing going on. So I have to give props to Call of Duty.
Nice.
And then like I would say Destiny, like it definitely has it certainly awarded our band some opportunities I never thought that we'd get, like having the song about Destiny.
Yeah, so, I was going to sort of say about that as we were just on Destiny. You had a video up on the Bungie site as well, didn't you?
We did, and we ended up actually coming to Tampa a few weeks ago for the Destiny community convention.
Oh, did you?
So we met all the players. We met Luke Smith, the creator of the Taken King. Like, it was amazing. So.
Nice.
So so even though it's a relatively new game, it has to be top 3, if not the top 1. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I didn't realize that was going on in Tampa. So,
we didn't either. We heard about it a week before, and we just hopped in our van and drove straight there to be a part of it. Yeah,
I would have gone to that if I'd known, but oh well.
There's always next year, man.
There is always next year. Yeah, I've got to find out about these things. I'm new to the area, so it's kind of I'm still discovering things. I've been here for about 4 years, but I'm still discovering things going on here that I had no idea about. So, it's crazy. I'll have to look that one up. So.
Yeah, man. Well, it's happening next summer, so when we'll be down, we'll have to meet us there too.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Then I think the last 2 would be just Pac-Man because as an arcade game, it's just, you can't go wrong with it.
Yep.
And then a good PC game. I don't know, man. Like Fallout, the Fallout franchise, and I guess Fallout 3 was the one I remember playing most recently.
Yeah.
But that sort of to be able to kind of like a single player get lost in experience that you can't beat Fallout.
Yeah, it's a good game. Cool. So on to the next one. another top like list.
Yes.
Your top 3 albums that have influenced you as the musician person that you are today.
The first one would be the Good Apollo record from Coheed. Just that was sort of my introduction to prog music. I mean, I've since been made aware of, the Pink Floyds and Led Zeppelins, but it's like, let's be honest, like they were ahead of my time. I don't want to be one of those people that just like pulls out the same classic records, you know. So Coheed was really my first sort of nerdy rock introduction.
No, that's good. You can get dragged back to that, but if you can name your like gateway drug,
yeah,
point, then that's good. And Coheed are a perfect gateway to that style of music for people today. So
yeah, exactly. And that's, I would think they should be proud that they're almost like the connection between people in 2016 and Led Zeppelin, because it's not like Led Zeppelin are out there touring their ass off anymore.
No.
Getting people's attention, right? So as long if Coheed can be that for people, I'm sure they're super stoked about that.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess second album, probably Songs for the Deaf by Queens of the Stone Age.
Cool.
Sorry?
Yeah, no, I say cool. That's a good album. Sorry.
Yeah, that album's amazing. And then third, I don't know, probably something. Actually, the Police. I really like. My parents all had the Police vinyls growing up, and I kind of just started being like, so what are the songs other than just Message in a Bottle? And I guess now that our band's a trio, I've been really looking to that sort of, I don't know, that like timeless rock sound that I guess they were a part of, and just to sort of be like, so that band just really fascinated me as of late.
Cool. So I think we might have already covered this question just about, but what are your hobbies away from music?
Yeah, it would be, if it's not video games. I collect horror movie memorabilia. I have a rep like the same model of chainsaw from Texas Chainsaw Massacre in my room, which my girlfriend hates it, but but yeah, it's so I do that. I kind of like just a huge nerd in like collecting posters and shit like that.
Cool. Excellent. Well, finally, where can people reach out to you guys? Where's the best place to sort of hit your band up?
I think our Facebook is still our favorite. We're still not sure how the whole Twitter thing works. I mean, not that we're like old and out of touch, but I think Facebook is it has so much more potential than getting lost in a sea of tweets. The Facebook is pretty much the thing we always will come back to. So the facebook.com/Double Experience is our best bet.
Cool. Well, thank you for your time today, Brock.
Thank you for yours, man.
It's been cool. It's been great speaking to you. Good luck with the tour coming up and the album as well. Good luck with that. I know it's been out for a little while, but I hope it continues to do well for you. And we'll definitely talk again when you've got something coming out. And thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. And I have no doubts we'll be speaking soon.
Excellent. You have a good day.
You too. Take care, Barney.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.